We are photo walking today in Redondo Beach, one of the 3 beach cities that make up the South Bay area of Los Angeles, along with Manhattan Beach and Hermosa. We are on the soon-to-be bustling Redondo Beach Pier. It'll get very busy later. It's early. We're going to have a very special guest to show you around Redondo today. I think you'll love her. Stay tuned. I'm Jefferson Graham. I'm a lifelong photographer, writer, and video maker. I am one of your guides for today's photo walk of Redondo Beach. The whole goal of the Photowalks channel is to take you to some pretty great places and to show you how, when, and where to get great photos. Who did better do that with than our special guest? Say hi to my mom, Judy Graham.
Hi, I'm the mom, Judy Graham, and welcome to Redondo Beach, my favorite beach town of all the beach towns. I'm going to show you to some of my favorite places while we're here today.
And your favorite photo spots?
My favorite photo spots, my favorite restaurants, my favorite walking spots. So come along and join us.
Okay, let's go do a photo walk.
Let's
Come
do
on,
it.
Mom, let's walk. This way, right? All right.
Hardly.
That you love. Yeah. Logistics. Redondo Beach is about 6 miles from LAX. Our photo walk is 1.5 miles long. It starts at the pier and went all the way to the end of the Strand to your fish. At the end of the Esplanade.
So 1.5 miles?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice walk.
Yeah, and a lot of great photo opportunities. Tell everybody about the beach and why it's such a big deal for you.
The beach is kind of, to me, a metaphor of life. Tide goes in, the tide goes out, the sun comes up, the sun comes down. It's, you know, one day after another. It's just life goes on, and it's beautiful.
And sometimes you get the moon. I was been trying to get for the last 2 days to get the moon falling. I got a little bit of it. That's pretty cool too.
Yeah, the moon was gorgeous this month.
Yeah,
it was the wolf moon.
I know, it was the big one. Okay, so you've got the coffee over here. How would you like to go on a pedal boat with me?
I would not.
No?
I've done it before and I loved it, but I've never been on the glass bottom boat, which I see right there.
Glass bottom boat. Glass bottom boat in Redondo Beach on a photo walk with my mom. Sea lions, seawater, rocks. That sounds like fun.
Beautiful skies, palm trees.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Photogenic. All right, you ready?
Ready.
You always loved big boat rides, didn't you?
I love the sea.
Yes.
I do.
You're always bringing me on boats growing up. Hi.
How are you?
Okay.
All right, so I just need one person to take liability for your group.
Okay.
And I got a couple quick things for you.
We'll have Mom do all the signing, all the official things.
So there are.
All righty. Wave to the camera, yes.
Hey, everyone.
So you enjoying this?
I love it,
You-
happy to be on the boat,
Have you-
happy to be with you, happy to be in Redondo.
You knitted an octopus.
I've knitted an octopus.
Why don't you
yes.
tell everybody about that?
Well, you just knit a ball, you make a ball, and then you just make all the legs coming out from it.
What do you think?
Well, that was fun. The fish that we saw down below was amazing. There were bass and perch, and the Garibaldi, I think it's called. It's the orange fish. That's the state fish of California. It was really fun. I would recommend this trip.
And I got pictures of pelicans and
Pelicans?
fish and the rocks and mostly the sea lions.
Sea lions.
Which we're not going to see any other way. So for $20, I think you get your money's worth, and I think it's definitely worth getting out on the water, something you can't do in Manhattan or Hermosa. These boats are up and down the marina here in Redondo. It's fun.
Right, so now I've done the whale watching tour, I've done the pedal boat, and now I've done the glass bottom boat. And
now you can retire.
now I
Right.
can retire.
Ahoy!
Well, ahoy, ahoy.
Welcome back.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
This
you liked
was
it? Good.
fun.
Yeah, we really liked it.
Whole bunch of sea lions, huh?
It was definitely worth it. So this is your favorite walk, the Esplanade in Redondo Beach.
That's correct. And I love it because it's flat. It's by the ocean. There are benches. If I get tired, I can sit and rest. And, you know, even without a bench, there's all this.
You prefer up here than down there?
Yes. And the reason is you have to get from up here to down there, which is not so bad. But then getting from up here again from down there is not so easy on me.
It's a mega climb, bigger than any other South Bay beach city that I know of.
Is it really?
I mean, Hermosa doesn't have hills, and Manhattan has the one by the pier, but I mean, this is nonstop.
Yeah, yeah. So for, you know, for the elderly like me, this is really great.
Now tell everybody about your walk. It starts at Avenue A.
Start at Avenue A, and I walk all the way down to the end where there's a big mosaic fish. Turn around. That's the end. That's, well, pretty much the end, and then walk back. It takes about an hour. Sometimes I rest in between, sometimes I don't, depending on how I feel. But it's always beautiful. Even on a sunny day, it's gorgeous. On an overcast day, it's gorgeous. Generally, there are dolphins in the sea. I don't see any right now, but you know, we've often seen dolphins, and it's just a really cool place. And now we're coming to the turnaround point, this beautiful mosaic fish.
This is it.
I just walk around it.
All right, this is the end of the photo walk, from the pier to the fish. This is the part of the video where I usually show some of the photo highlights, some of my favorite along the way, while you rest on the bench.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what were your favorites?
My favorites are the iconic shots of the pier and the waves and the... restaurants, the Riviera Grill. It's not the cliche that people think of. Redondo Beach, we're going to sit at the water. We are sitting on land.
On land. I do have my favorite Redondo Beach oceanfront restaurants, but for the Riviera, this is my favorite. They have the greatest salmon, grilled salmon tacos, and for you, chicken fajitas.
Chicken fajitas, and for the photographer and all of us, crazy stuff everywhere. Surfboards and fish and signs and neon.
Right, you got to get some pictures of.
Yes. You know, growing up in New York, we didn't go to a lot of Mexican restaurants, did we?
No, we went to Chinese restaurants and Cuban restaurants.
Delicatessen.
Delicatessen, yeah. But no, Mexican restaurants were kind of.
Should have happened when we moved to California.
Yeah.
Got a little closer.
Yeah, yes, it is closer to Mexico. Yes.
Tell everybody about your YouTube channel. I don't know if everybody watching realizes that you've got a big, massive YouTube following.
Hi guys, it's Judy, and I have finally finished this blues project. My channel is called Knitting Tips by Judy, and I do instructional knitting videos, how to do different stitches, different patterns, different techniques. I started it over 10 years ago already, and I'm one of the oldest YouTubers around, I'm still doing it and having fun doing it, and Knitting Tips by Judy.
So you are a part-time Redondo resident.
That's correct.
And now again, the cliche of Redondo is the beachfront, the pier, the water. There's actually a lot more to Redondo than just the waterfront. Well, they have nice antiques here. They have a farmer's market here.
Yes.
I mean, describe the Hollywood Riviera.
There's great shops for everything, clothing, whatever you would want, and very hip and chic. And there are restaurants that are reasonable, and there are very upscale restaurants, and there are a lot of lesser expensive restaurants. So everything's here.
What I like is it's the end of the line. If you can ride your bike from Pacific Palisades to the end of the Strand in Redondo, and then if you want to keep on going up the hill and over to San Pedro and some of the Orange County beach cities.
It's not something that I have done. No.
But PV is beautiful.
But yeah, bicycling is great. There's a bicycle rental right by the pier. I've done that. You'll see when we go to the Esplanade, there are people on roller skates and bicycles and skateboards. It's the gamut. Now you're going to start thinking about your next...
Long Beach.
Long Beach.
Yeah. We haven't, it's the only one, we've got to go over the hill for that, and of course Hilo, Hawaii is coming up next.
Did you do Palos Verdes?
Yes, yes, for my favorite spot where we're closing the video.
Right.
Tell everybody about that spot.
That spot was really beautiful, and you got such a great photo of it, and I got the same photo, but yours was much better. How did that happen?
It was 3 pictures sandwiched together,
Oh.
and then I used a neutral density software filter to do the top and make the top a little darker.
So I shouldn't feel so bad because
And
I
then
just used my regular
And
phone.
I put it into Lightroom and I did some software. But not too extensive, I don't think. You take one picture that's overexposed, that's too light.
Yeah.
You take one picture that's too dark.
Yeah.
And you take one that's normal.
Yeah.
And you put them all together.
And where do you do that?
In software, in Lightroom.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I probably wouldn't bother doing that, but I'm glad you did because that picture was gorgeous.
Well, So that's our photo walk of Redondo Beach. How you feeling?
I feel great. It was a beautiful day. We started out, the sun was shining, it was warm, it was gorgeous. We were on the ocean. And
now the sun is setting over there.
Over there.
But we got Redondo Beach behind us.
We got Redondo behind us, and not only Redondo, but all of LA, it seems.
Downtown LA and Santa Monica and Malibu, and gosh, we could see for miles up here in Palos Verdes, my favorite spot in Southern California.
Beautiful, beautiful spot. And when I went home in between, when I took my little rest, I looked up patterns for how to knit a fish.
Okay.
So that will be coming.
Okay, so be sure to check that out on the Knitting Tips by Judy channel. It could be soon, right?
It could be soon. It may not be soon.
Okay, well, thank you, Mother, for joining us on this historic photo walk with Judy.
Thank you for inviting me. It was a great day.
It's not every day you get to have your mother join you.
So I've learned a lot.
Oh, well, thank you. I've learned as well.
Okay.
I before E.
I before you,
Right.
except after C.
Right, of course. This is the point in the video where we beg people to subscribe and like and share and comment.
Right.
Why don't you give them a pitch?
You should all share and comment on these photo walks. They're really informative and really well done. And if you have any ideas of photo walks that you'd like to have, just send your comments or questions to @Jeff
Or at Jefferson Graham, or right below.
Right below.
Yes, the comment section right here.
It's all down there. Click,
Yes.
click and like and do all that social stuff.
And if you ever want to know how to knit anything in the world, this is the person to tell you.
Knitting Tips by Judy
On YouTube.
on YouTube.
So thanks everyone for watching. Where will the next photo walk be? I have a feeling it's going to be on one of the Hawaiian Islands because we're about to head out there. So be sure to stay tuned for more photo walk videos right here and upcoming. Let's photo walk goodbye. What do you think?
Bye.
Yes. Tell everybody what I was like growing up.
Impossible.
Taking pictures all the time, right?
Taking pictures all the time, running around, never stopping, never sitting still, just like you are now.
Right. But I had a dark room
You had a dark room.
in the laundry room.
You took pictures, you developed pictures, you loved your cat, and you always had a guitar and a camera.
Sounds familiar.
It does. It's very, very, I don't think you've changed that much.